NBL Saturday is just around the corner, and I've just finished writing up the two previews that you can see on the site, either on the site now watching this video, and you can just read them down here, or if you're on the YouTube channel, head over to the site and read the previews for a lot deeper analysis and more stats and numbers. Here I'm just going to give a broad overview and give my best picks for NBL Friday. First up, it is Cairns and Sydney. Cairns are one of the worst defensive teams in the league, and one of the worst scoring teams as well. Sydney coming in as the second best defensive team, and they force a number of turnovers per game. The second best in the league, and they are the best scoring team from turnovers. Also the best bench scoring team. So I think Sydney will win this game without a problem. They'll cover the line. It's only at 4.5, which is quite weird. I thought it would have been a bit bigger. I think they'll keep Cairns to under their team total, which will also force the game total under. I could not find any good player props in this one. The numbers are all too low, or the odds are too low, the numbers too high. So I'm sticking with game total and Sydney to cover the line. As I said, head over to the site to check out the game preview there. In game two, it is the Perth Wildcats hosting the Brisbane Bullets. These two teams played just before the FIBA break, and Brisbane really took it to Perth. Perth shot 14% from distance in that game. I do not expect them to have that poor of a shooting night again at RAC Arena, where they have won their last 4 games in a row. Both teams have had 4 games in a row with their totals going over. So I think the game total here will go over. Two pretty bad defensive teams if you look at them. So I think focus is on scoring, totals to go over. And I think Perth, they'll cover the line, or that's probably my least confident pick here. 5.5 is a big number, considering how much they were beaten by Brisbane just 2 weeks ago. But I'm more inclined to favour Perth to cover than favour Brisbane to cover, who have only covered 1 out of their last 6 games following a win. So Perth to cover, game total over, and I like Christian Doolittle to come back here with a bit of force and score 15 plus points. Before he only played 7 minutes in that game against Brisbane just 2 weeks ago. He'll be back on court, and in 2 of his last 3 games prior to that has scored 15 or more points. So lock those 3 in for Perth and Brisbane. Again, I think Perth will get their shooting back up, and Brisbane will have trouble defending them at such a intense jungle arena at RAC there. That's NBL Friday. Check out the full analysis and previews on the site, and let us know in the comments who you're favouring in NBL Round 10.